Hey, welcome to Nakama News. I'm your host Jordan, and this is my co-host Jamie. We're bringing you One Piece chapter 1103, a review today. We got an early leak, and before that, Jamie's going to kick you off with the news.
Yeah. New study reveals that binge eating can help you recover your strength or give you diabetes. It's about 50-50.
In other news, have you ever been tormented by rocks for your entire life? Just wear one around your neck. Nothing protects you from rocks like another rock.
Have you already had 7 wives and it's not working? Well, try an 8th. That might be the trick.
Thanks for checking us out, guys. This is Nakama News.
The common news, you'll see friendship when you view the common news. Well, everyone lends a helping hand or two. We're glad you could stick around for a minute now. You're always welcome back. The common news.
We are back, Goldie.
We're back!
We're back.
Jamie!
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought, man? I didn't think the chapter was coming out this soon, but I'm glad it did.
Me too. The holidays are weird. The holidays are weird. Not only do you have to hang out with your creepy uncle, you also don't know when the next One Piece chapter is coming. They're just weird.
Well,
Yeah.
the cover pages didn't get any better, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, we for chapter 1103 titled "I'm So Sorry, Daddy," which is also what Goldie says to me every time we.
Okay.
Cover page is a color spread. In the cover, we have the Straw Hat crew and Yamato riding on Momonosuke in dragon form because they're celebrating 2024, which is in Japan the year of the dragon. Do you think we are getting closer to a new cover story actually happening?
I sure hope so. I feel like the new year is a good time to start one.
I hope so too. Do you have any hopes or dreams for what the cover story could be?
Something with a character that we want to know more on that isn't like actively in the plot at this moment. Like if Dragon's not there, give us a Dragon cover story, or if like a Mihawk cover story, maybe the Buggy stuff gets relegated to that or something like that, or
fair,
something like that. I don't know. So there's a lot of characters in One Piece. You can always use a cover story to talk about someone else.
I'm still rooting for Doflamingo to escape Impel Down through a cover story.
That would be kind of cool. All right, so let's jump into the chapter here. We started out with Bonnie reacting to, she saw Kuma's memories, and we see her with Vegapunk. And he is basically telling her, realizing that she had seen Kuma's memories. We see Vegapunk kind of show a moment of weakness, I guess. He was almost like blaming himself for Kuma.
Kuma's fate. I guess, yeah. Vegapunk was like apologizing to Bonnie, and Bonnie was up to this point, because this is kind of a little mini flashback. Like, obviously, the story's sooner than this. This is just right after she saw the memories. Up until this point, Bonnie was like pissed off, wanted to like kill Vegapunk. Now she's like, "I'm so sorry for wanting to murder you. My bad." And the Vegapunk's like, "No, it's my fault. You know, I should have not have killed your father and turned him into a robotic cyborg slave. My bad." So she shrinks down. Yeah, she shrinks down to her 12-year-old self, which is cute. Now we know like how old she really is. I still haven't quite forgiven Oda for being weird about Bonnie kind of sexually and stuff. I think that's still questionable. But now we know she's really a 12-year-old. So it was nice to see her actually in her true form, which we had seen with her in the whirlpool probably too when they first showed up on Egghead.
Yeah, and Vegapunk also gives her a sapphire necklace from Kuma, which was interesting because Kuma gave her a sapphire necklace for her former sapphire scales. So the rock that was going to kill her is now her protective charm.
Yeah, you know, kind of take a book out of a therapist here, Vegapunk. If someone has a trauma related to something, you don't just give them that thing. Hey, you were in a terrible car crash when you were a kid. Here's a remote control car. I hope you like it. Yeah, okay, little sketch, but
I thought it was a good memento. She's overcome her challenge, her difficulty in life, and now she's wearing the head of the defeated monster as a trophy, basically. But it's a pretty jewel.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think just at a surface and metaphorical level, it's symbolic of stuff like that. I do think this is going to play a bigger role. One thing is just the look of the sapphire necklace. It looks a lot like the Kazuki clan crest. It looks like the slave crest. It looks like the Shandorian symbol. Oda's really giving you that circle with like the 8 little moons around it kind of thing. So that the style of it is very interesting because it follows a lot with One Piece themes. And then the question is it something related to Nika, to the Buccaneer clan? Is it something that triggered Kuma to come protect Bonnie on the island? Like, was it some failsafe kind of monitoring necklace thing? Or was it more ancient than that? I don't know, but it's definitely going to be significant.
Yeah, and it's interesting how you say it's related, or you bring up Luffy relating to the necklace, and then immediately after the necklace is shown, the Vegapunk and Bonnie talk about Luffy.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
So Bonnie learned from from Kuma's memories that Luffy was Dragon's son,
Mm-hmm.
but she doesn't seem to know that he's essentially Nika yet.
Yeah, she hasn't put two and two together. So it was nice to see Bonnie has indeed kind of seen all of Kuma's memories. We weren't quite sure which part of the flashback she was getting or not. It seems like she got all of it.
Yeah, no, it does, and I mean I don't know how much a 12-year-old can absorb, but that she seemed to recall it.
We get a brief Dragon reaction, so shout out him. He's probably in like
Dragon
70%
moment,
of the
Dragon
chapters
moment.
recently. Yeah.
It's like his 20th panel of him in One Piece. Maybe.
And it's the most he said, which is like 2 sentences. Yeah. I couldn't quite tell if this is happening when this was happening, if this had happened a while back or if it's happening right now. Because I'm still in the theory of he is on his way to Egghead already, but this is making it look like, oh, where's he going? So, not
I
sure.
don't know. I think that Oda was using that as a foreshadowing moment for later in the chapter, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah, true. And they suspect that he's going to Marijois, or at least Ivankov does. But then he's like, I don't know, Kuma's kind of a little bit different. So I'm surprised they're. I guess they at this point probably wouldn't know that Bonnie is on the Egghead Island, so I don't blame them for not thinking that. But I wonder if they will somehow figure it out eventually. And then, other than Dragon's reaction, we get a couple reaction panels around the world of just the event going on. I'm not sure if any of those people matter. It's one of them's a winter island, one of them's a summer island. The winter island just looks like nondescript people, and the summer island looks like the people might actually know who Dr. Vegapunk is, and they reference the O'Hara, and there's a symbol on their back. Goldie, have we seen this before?
I think it's just a classic Oda, not necessarily reaction shot, but he likes to show what the masses are thinking throughout the world, and he does a lot of news coup updates where people will get news, and then you'll see what they think of what the general public technically thinks of what's going on. I think that's all this is. All right, and then we jump back to Saturn and Bonnie. We see Saturn holding up Bonnie. He's a giant, so he's basically Attack on Titan style here.
Heck yeah.
We get a little shot of Sanji and Vegapunk, and they still can't move. Sanji's really upset about that. Saturn's got his demon powers working over there.
Your boy Sanji taking an L again.
Well, where's Zoro with this? Okay,
he's fighting Lucci. He's doing
still.
something. Yeah. He's
What if
fighting a
Lucci
guy.
shows up? Zoro lost.
Shut up.
We see Bonnie she tries to fight back against Saturn, and she uses a future distortion Nika like power. You can see her almost do like the elephant gun or like miniature version of it. That was kind of wild. It's really interesting that she did that without knowing that Luffy is Nika.
Yeah, it's surprising to me, and even Saturn like notes that she hasn't put two and two together. Like she hasn't seen like that. She hasn't figured out that Luffy's Gear Fifth is basically Nika, even though she's now done Distorted Future twice with Nika powers, and that's exactly what Luffy does every time.
She's 12. Give her a break.
Well, she can't both be 12 and be all this stuff, and then also an idiot. Like you can't have it both ways. Either she's really smart and she gets it all, or she's really dumb and she doesn't get anything. So here's my question to you.
What?
She starts getting weak and says, I'm losing my power again. And then Saturn says something along the lines of, it's because you don't believe enough or something like that in Nika. Like almost like her powers are imaginary or like belief or faith-based. But also, it almost seems like Saturn is just sucking the power out of her with his power.
Yeah, I think that's BS. So I think that the same whatever power he's using to hold Sanji in place, to me, has got to be the same thing he's doing to Bonnie.
It almost reminds me of like sea stone powers, or like in the ocean.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Actually, it seems like it's Sea Prism Stone.
Maybe his weird devil power is like
devil counter. Devils just suck fruit power out of devil fruits.
That's what it be. I don't know. All right, we do get some Bonnie power kind of lore or reveals here, kind
Yeah,
of
that was cool.
reveal. Blink and you miss it thing. She does know while Saturn's holding her that she can't change his age, and I suspect that's probably because he's immortal and has been the same age for like however many years.
Yeah, yeah. Her power only reverses up to 100 years. Sorry,
Yeah.
not thousands.
Saturn does claim responsibility for her power, so he's been hinting that he himself is a scientist and he is the warrior god of science in defense. So I guess he actually did something, which was extract devil fruit powers and like infuse them into babies, which is weird, but he did that.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a comment on that other than that just sounds messed up. Yeah. So would add human experimentation to the list of things that the Gores say have no shame in doing.
Baby human experimentation. It's
Wrong,
even
not-
worse. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I mean,
Oof.
so it sounds like they were trying to take devil fruits and then take like part of the devil fruit like inside and like inject it into babies. So maybe they could have more than one person with the same devil fruit power. But it looks like it works, but then the devil fruit itself doesn't work anymore. So it like makes the devil fruit null. So I wonder if Bonnie were to ever die, would her power reincarnate, or is it done now, or what? It's just it seems to create so many more questions. Saturn does note that like her powers. He's this is like the part of the chapter where he starts like mansplaining her powers to her. I guess because he gave them to her. But he's like, just so you know, your powers become more limited as your future becomes more certain as you uncover the truth. So first off, Captain Run-On Sentence. Go back to grammar school, okay? Because that was a lot. But I don't know. I feel like this is either saying like Bonnie's fruit is like imagination or faith based, kind of like Luffy's fruit, where it's like the more imagination you have, the better it is. But it also seems like the smarter you get, the weaker you get is kind of what I got out of it, which is weird.
I think it kind of follows the idea, or at least parallels real life, where as a kid your imagination is rampant, and then as you age, your imagination tends to kind of dwindle down. So I think that's kind of what he's probably hinting at, is as you get smarter, your imagination dwindles and your fruit relies on imagination. But
Yeah,
it doesn't seem to affect Luffy, so I don't know why it would affect her.
it's the old Santa Claus theory,
I think he's just trying to get in her head.
Once you stop believing in Santa, he doesn't bring you any more gifts. That's why I
That's true
still
in my
believe
family.
in Santa. Yeah.
All right, let's jump into some trivia here, Jamie.
Trivia.
So I'm pretty sure you asked last week, so I'm gonna hit you first this week.
Wow.
And I got a heck of a one for you this week. We'll see how well you do.
Probably terrible.
So in this chapter, we see Saturn again. We've seen in the past, we learned that no Marine ranked Commodore or below is allowed to look at Saturn because he is an elder, and presumably because if they do, their heads will pop off for some reason. In the Marines, there are 19 different ranks. Commodore is the 5th highest rank. Can you give me 5 Marine ranks below the rank of Commodore?
No. I don't know. Do you have the list up? I'll just start naming stuff.
I do.
Is Cabin Boy one of them?
No, but close.
Yeah. You have, is Rear Admiral lower?
No, Rear Admiral is 4.
No,
right above
I really
Commodore.
wanted that one. Is Captain lower?
Yes, there we go. That's number 6, right below
Vice
Commodore.
Captain lower?
Captain Smoker, Captain Kobe. Yep, Captain is 1 step lower than Commodore. You got one.
Vice Captain.
Vice Captain, not a rank.
That's a thing. Shut up. That's a thing. I don't know, man. Lieutenant?
Yeah, there's one.
Okay.
Got 2.
Sergeant?
Nope.
Damn it. Lieutenant, Sergeant, Cadet?
Negative.
No, that's gotta be one.
You're getting further.
Random citizen.
What was the first one you said?
Cabin boy.
Okay, I kind of want to give that to you. The lowest rank in the Marines is Chore Boy.
Chore boy. Okay, that's good. I don't know. I'm not gonna get it. That's hard. I don't know the. Yeah,
Sorry, Jamie.
Yeah, up yours. You suck.
You want me to read you the list?
Sure.
So up at the top we have Fleet Admiral, and it's Admiral, Vice Admiral, Rear Admiral. Below them, we have Commodore, Captain, Commander. That's 1 through 7. Below that, it's Lieutenant Commander, Lieutenant, Lieutenant Junior grade. It's 3 different kinds of lieutenants.
Yeah,
Then we have
that's a lieutenant.
Ensign. Never heard of that word before, but there's one called
neither.
Ensign. That's the
No.
lowest officer ranking in the Marines. So then
Yep.
we go down to the foot soldiers. We have Warrant Officer, Master Chief Petty Officer, aka Petty Officer First Class.
Okay.
Chief Petty Officer, so like different kinds of petty officers, and then we have Seamen, Seaman First Class, Seaman Apprentice, Seaman Recruit, and then there's Shore Boy.
Yeah, no, I mean, come on. 5? You were gonna make me name 5 of those?
Yeah, maybe I should have gone with 3. You got
Yeah,
3.
you're a jerk.
Not bad.
All right, let me ask you your question.
All right.
All right, in the series we have had 5 admirals. I want you to tell me the first appearance of each of the 5 admirals.
Each of them.
Yeah, which arc?
Okay, let's take that one by one. Aokiji / Kuzan was on that island. I don't remember the name of the island, but on that.
You
that
can't
island,
just say on that island in One Piece because everything's an island. Okay?
I know, but I have to describe the island now because it was the scene where he was sitting on that rock.
Just tell me the arc.
It's between Skypiea and Water 7. I don't know the name of the arc.
Yeah, you do. It's the worst arc of all time.
Oh gosh, the stupid curly-haired boxing glove dude.
If you can give me the bat, then taking his name, I'll give it to you.
Foxy?
Yep. It's Foxy.
Hey.
Long Ring, Long Land.
Long Ring, Long Land. Gosh, I hate that arc.
Okay. We'll kind of give it to you. You knew it. You just couldn't think of the name. That's fine. Keep going.
Okay. Let's go. Let's see. I don't actually know if I know Akainu's off the top of my head. Kizaru's entrance was Sabaody.
Yep. That's 2.
Oh man, if I get any of these wrong, it's a bad question. So, I want to say Akainu's entrance was Marineford.
Kind of, but it was really the flashback at Ohara. But Marineford was really the first time he was introduced as an admiral.
Fujitora was Doflamingo's island. Oh gosh, I'm forgetting the name of these islands.
Dressrosa.
Dressrosa. Green Bull. He didn't get shown until Wano.
No, he was actually shown at the Reverie.
Really?
Yeah, him and Fujitora talked. You almost had it. You almost there. You struggled your way to an 4 out of 5. We'll give you a sad, somber ding.
80% is passing, dang it. So my favorite part of the chapter is Luffy's dying and he needs food. You see him laying on the ground. He's an old man form. He's an old man form. He's just like tongue hanging out and he's begging for food from anybody that'll give it to him. And then we see food appear, and Saturn is kind of randomly points out, like, "Hey, who gave him food?" And stop that guy from eating. And Luffy's just eating over there. We don't know who gave him food. Who gave him food, Jaden?
Well, I think there's an obvious answer, and then there's a sneaky right answer. Okay. The obvious answer is Kizaru gave him the food. He was laying down at the beginning of the chapter.
That would go against his doing his job duty.
Yeah, but he's got Sentomaru-kun and Dr. Vegapunk, his buddy, and Kuma. Like, his friends are all here, and he's trying to help him. So, anyway, I think Kizaru, he has like the little bubble over his head. When after Saturn asks, "Who brought him the food?" It's like Kizaru looking guilty with like 3 dots. He's like, "Oh no," as he's like sitting up. Also, he's lightning fast, or like, speed of light, so he could have done it. But the even better answer is Caribou. Just showed up and released all the meat.
Caribou. That would be hilarious. I hope you're right about that second one.
Yeah.
Just for my pure enjoyment.
We do get some Saturn referencing Ginny this chapter. He's just trying to pour it on to Bonnie. He tells her, like, "Hey, your mom was the 8th wife of some celestial dragon," which I think we really need to wait for the official scans on this, because in some ways it really makes it look like Saturn is Bonnie's dad. But also some people who speak Japanese on Reddit are saying that's not what it actually translates to. It says like some random person from the Holy Land. So I feel like it's a little too early to say for sure if Saturn is like Bonnie's dad.
Can you imagine if your own dad treated you like that?
Every day of my life.
I don't think Saturn's her dad, because I don't even think Saturn could do that, unless he didn't know that she was his daughter. But
Yeah.
if he knew that would be beyond even villains in most stories.
Yeah, no, definitely really messed up. And Saturn even says again, like, he, in this chapter, he references like humans are insects still. Like, he just does not care at all about regular people. So,
No.
um, and I guess we learned a little bit about Sapphire Scale, which is apparently it's what happens when they were testing like these drug experiments on people and they fail. They get Sapphire Scale. So it's not like some kind of sexually transmitted disease or something like that some people were thinking or whatever. It's really just like a failed experiment, and it's the side effect of it.
And even he said he didn't know that it would pass down genetically to children of the people who got it.
Yeah, which is called vertical transmission. In case you were wondering.
Your fancy words.
Yes.
And then we get Kuma showing up to Egghead.
Finally.
I did not see him coming so soon. That was awesome.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't know if it would be when it was going to happen, but I guess I figured it would happen soon after we got back to.
I didn't think it would be the next chapter. That's for sure. Like, but it's
I didn't
crazy.
think we get a chapter this week.
He came in hot. That's for sure. But before he came in, we saw quite a few things. So going back a little bit, we see Saturn and Bonnie talking quite a bit. As Saturn's kind of giving his evil exposition. Vegapunk, we see Vegapunk getting mad at Saturn again for all the crap that he's saying. Saturn's calling people insects again because he's a prick. We hear a random thought about how the authority chips aren't working on Kuma as he's running through the island. So that was kind of an interesting one to me. Why do you think the authority chip isn't working?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Kuma's just he's either operating on pure instincts, like fatherly instinct that you can't get rid of even if you turn someone's personality off, or he still has a piece of him left, or this is some failsafe that was placed by Vegapunk when they did it that he would protect Bonnie no matter what. Like that's actually his hierarchy is Bonnie up top. So I'm not sure. Yeah, and I mean, meanwhile, Bonnie's absolutely like breaking down, like mentally, like
yeah, she's like ready to just give up on life.
Oh yeah, I mean, ever since she just found out that Saturn has basically orchestrated everything wrong with her life and her family and all of that, it's like too traumatic for her, and she's literally like powering down, like giving up on life, like about to die. So it's pretty crazy.
Pretty brutal.
Yeah, and then you just have Kuma blasting through the freaking air onto the island. Yeah,
he's just getting his face and body blasted. He's already like just half destroyed from Akainu.
Yeah, he's just showing up. He's like got an eyeball just dangling. Or,
that's gonna get censored in the manga or in the anime, right?
Yeah, they always censor the graphic stuff, but no, it is crazy. And then we do get the title of the chapter. We get Bonnie saying, "I'm so sorry, Daddy," which is basically her saying like, "I can't go on anymore." Like,
she just like randomly became 12-year-old becoming suicidal.
Dark, man. I wasn't sure reading this if it was just her giving up on life because of how sad she was, or if it was like Saturn sucking the power energy out of her, or a combination.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like her accepting like I can't stop him, he's gonna kill me, or if it was more like I don't want to live anymore.
Mm-hmm. Here's a question for you.
She's 12. Holy crap.
I know. Yeah, Oda's dark, man. And Oda's got daughters too. That's what freaks me out. Let me ask you a question. Why does Saturn tell the Marines to shoot her head off when he's literally like crushing her tiny little throat?
Well, in most stories, people would look at that and call it plot armor.
Oh. But what is this mythical plot armor?
But I agree. I don't know why he didn't just pop her head off if he wanted her dead. Maybe I guess one rationalization for it is that like they say that we were just talking about this in trivia, Commodore and below can't look at him because their heads might pop off. Maybe if you have a certain level of hockey or if you have a devil fruit, he's not able to do it to you.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, or maybe Oda just wanted to draw the next panel, which was Kuma blowing up the Marines, getting there to save her.
That was fun to watch.
Yeah, and then Saturn like throws Bonnie at the ground, and he's like, "Fine, I'll do it myself." And then he's like about to stab her with his like little spider arm, and then Kuma tanks that attack too, right in the back.
Did he get pierced, or did he just get like? Was that more of a blunt attack?
No, he got. It looks like there was blood on it, and he got pierced. So I think it did some more damage. But I mean, at this point, he's been shot, blown up, magma to the face. So
And he's a robot, so like getting stabbed to the chest might not do quite as much as you'd think.
yeah, he looks determined though. He is pissed off because
Yeah, man, it was epic. That was epic just seeing him charge through the whole thing. And Saturn looks scared, man.
that was a really cool panel where Kuma's like powering up the hockey fist, about to punch Saturn in the face, and Saturn is frightened, like absolutely frightened. It reminded me of when Whitebeard's behind Akainu.
Yeah,
Like
man.
Marine Corps.
That was that's one of the best. Like just remembering that scene gives me a little bit of a chill.
Can you imagine being Saturn though, where you're like, yeah, this dude's dead. I'm messing with his daughter. Everyone else is about to die, and then that dude pops up and he's about to punch you in the face.
Well, so there's three moments in this chapter that kind of pique my curiosity. One is when Saturn tells Bonnie, "Your father is truly dead." The second is when Saturn first hears about Kuma being on the island. He says, "How could he possibly be here?" And then the third is he looks scared at Kuma. So did he really think Kuma was dead?
Yeah, I do think that he thought Kuma was dead after his memory, like by erasing his
Yeah, like
memories and his personality, like he died. But obviously he underestimated the ability of like the human soul.
It's got to be that. It's got to be that. Either that or Vegapunk took the chip out.
I still think Saturn's gonna like blow him up, and it's gonna like blow himself up or something crazy.
Yeah, that was a crazy chapter. I think I read that chapter in less than 10 minutes, and it just flew by. And like I thought I was reading for like 2.
Yeah, it was a good chapter, and I'm excited we're back.
Read.
We're back in present day now, so it's good.
Now we gotta wait, what, a month?
2-3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks. Well, we'll be bringing you some other kinds of videos here, guys. Hopefully you like some of our non-chapter reviewed videos. Any final thoughts on this amazing chapter 1103? Jamie, I still haven't got my ancient robot, by the way.
Ancient robot's got to be coming. He's got to be.
I want my ancient robot.
He's just chilling. He's waiting. Yeah. No, I'm excited. I'm excited to be done with the flashback. It was probably the best flashback we've ever seen in One Piece, which I think is a hot take.
Yeah, that's a high bar. The Oda flashback is pretty good too.
But I'm excited that we're back to the present day stuff because everything happening right now is pretty peak One Piece. So
I hate when Oda does that. It's like, well, this flashback is really cool and I want to watch it, but what's happening over here is even cooler. I want to go watch that more.
100%. Yeah, no, great. No, I'm excited, man. It'd be good.
Oh, so what happens next chapter?
Luffy's going to eventually... Kuma's going to do his last stand. Luffy's going to get up and do his stuff, too.
Luffy's going to get up and do... Yeah, I don't know if Luffy's going to get up yet. Who comes in first again? The ancient robot or Luffy?
They come at the same time. They meet in the middle.
Crazy.
Power of friendship.
Power of friendship. Well, guys, thanks for checking us out. This has been Chapter 1103, our review. Check out our social media. We are at the Nakama News on TikTok, on Twitter, and on Twitter, whatever you're calling it, and Instagram. Check out some of our other videos. We got not just chapter reviews. We did one the other week on our strongest characters in One Piece. Check out if you like this video. Check out that. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. We're trying to hit 50 subscribers. Thanks for checking us out, guys, and you all have a great day.